Sponsored by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Detroit Lions and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals fans, please welcome your 2025 Cincinnati Bengals.
Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Samaje Perine on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 7th-year pro from your alma mater, Brock, the University of Washington. It's quarterback Jake Browning.
Kate, if there's an adjective to describe Jake Browning's career in the NFL, I think I'd have to say grit. He's been on practice squads. He's bounced around different teams and different systems. He waited a half-decade in this league, persevered before he got his shot, and he made the most of it. And people on Montlake will tell you, well, just like they said in Folsom when he was in high school in California, he may not throw it the farthest or the hardest, but he has such tremendous command of the football.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Second and 3 now. They send a receiver in motion right. Browning from the gun. That's complete to Gesicki outright. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, they're not.
Connects on the crosser. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You could see right from the jump here the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
2nd and 10 now. Browning. Catch made by Chase Brown. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Browning. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
Okay, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. That's on corner again. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup, and that gives the Lions the first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage, he gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Another one for Gibbs. Takes out a one-stop. Some excellent work on this play. Takes him a while to get to him downfield.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Detroit.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down throw from Goff. On him quick, and they bring him down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. Trying again, following the sack. Finds Isaac to Slaw, complete. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. That's a gain of 8, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Here's another for him. And he will not be denied a second time. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. They're on the road, but still favored coming into this one. And they quickly made a mockery of that home field advantage, Brock, with an opening drive TD.
Just kind of playing like a team, right? That just knows it. They believe in themselves. They've got that athletic arrogance and confidence coming into this building. They can't wait to take the home crowd right out of it.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bengals nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Bengals all set to go for their second drive. And there is room for improvement from that previous drive. Stalled out, necessitated a call to that punt team.
Yeah, and in these situations, I always love reminding the offense that first down. Just move the chains the first time to get yourself into rhythm, because you don't want to see that punter anytime soon.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Here's Browning now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Now it's Browning. Puts some air under it, deep down the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and long.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
Ryan Rico headed back out for the punt. Jukes one defender. He gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. They already hold an early advantage here on the road, so looking for another touchdown to take full control of this game. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. He has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Goff on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They're set up at the 35 now. To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
After the sack could really use a big play here on second down. It's 2nd and 15. Another try following the sack. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. He was hoping to get it to Isaac to Slaw there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. But I do see a flag out there. Let's see what the call is. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives them a 1st down. Up to the air now. That's him on the quick hitter. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They go play action with Goff. Able to find Wright. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. They're going to throw again. Goff. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor kicks it off. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They go play fake with Browning. He takes it himself.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slipping quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll try it right with Brown. Oh, he loses the football. Going the other way. Lions have it. And they'll take over a little further upfield thanks to that return. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
The Lions getting ready to return to the field. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
The previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. They're now set for 1st and 10. To the air, Browning. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
Your 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Back to throw, Browning. Dump off, caught by his back. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Third and long for him here. Brought in downfield by Gesicki. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did. And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Still sticking with the passing game. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Cage, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Play fake, Browning. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. So they'll get to scheme about this 3rd down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of one. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. This has been a good drive, but it's at risk here on 3rd down. He's got Gesicki complete. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
This one's caught. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Running from the gun. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We've got to see what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Browning. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals parlay the interception into points.
Just a tremendous effort. And really, this is a play where you can look at the facial expressions of the two sides and know exactly what happened. Offensively, you are smiling from ear to ear that your quarterback's a difference maker. Defensively, just demoralized that you couldn't find a way to stop that scramble.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And it's going to be interesting to see, Brock, if they're a little rattled, seeing that interception end up costing them the lead. Things all tied up now.
Okay, maybe a little rattled, but these are pros. And part of that is understanding. Those guys on the other side, they're capable of making plays too. The key now is to go atone for it and get that lead back.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Goff off the play action. Catch made left side by Laporta. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Dax Hill up for the stop.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running the 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they can still do their damage.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun. Goff. It's on target to Williams. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that gives the Lions the first. Tight end in motion left. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 39. Underneath, it's Gibbs. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Stopped by the rookie that time, Demetrius Knight.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Goff now on 3rd down. That's complete to Sloan. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
First down, Detroit.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
It's a loss of 2.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Throwing again. Here's Goff. Finds him over the middle. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
And the Lions first down.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Dumps it off to his running back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, Kate, it is so nice to have a running back that can catch it too. And a pass catcher that is so good in a select package of plays just like that through the air. That screen is devastating to a defense when you got a runner that can catch it like that.
Gibbs now from the gun. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap here to go. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a second quarter lead. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it. And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bengals 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Browning. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, kid, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
2nd and 8. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Throwing on 3rd down. Browning. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
So as they face 4th down, on comes Ryan Rico to kick it. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. On 1st down, it's gone. This one to Williams out left side. He pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Goff. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to get a few here, brought down at the 33-yard line.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. Goff to the air now. This is complete to Gibbs. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
1st down throw from Goff. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
1st down, Detroit.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. And in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 13-point lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Bengals 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, this is P. Ryan. And this drive will start inside the 25. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Gets him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's good for us Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the shotgun, here's Browning. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st down throw. Here's Browning. Short pass brought in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Play fake. Browning. Right back to Chase. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. trying again following the sack. Complete over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 7.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
Brings up 4th down.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. And it's the Bengals, who don't have many options here on 4th and long. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. It's about 43 yards for it.
A 43-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And they'll get him back to 11.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. Goff. To the ground he goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10. It's Goff. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for his back, Jahmyr Gibbs there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
Goff on 3rd. Finds him over the middle. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
And the Lions 1st down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap here to go. Headed right through the middle of the field. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now the Lions calling timeouts. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. On the ground, it's a gift to Gibbs. They'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Again, it's Gibbs. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Play number 9 of the drive. This is going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Gone. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions push their lead to 18.
Bengals 10.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
35-yard line.
First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Brownie. Over the middle, taken in by Higgins. And he'll get it up to the 44. All right, whistles. They've got a timeout. 7 seconds to go in this half.
It's a gain of 9.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He'll throw it. And he's caught, and it's Higgins again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. One last play before the break. Final throw before the break. A massive shot towards the end zone. Can't connect on the short throw. It's incomplete. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3.
Evan McPherson.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He spins right by him. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Now gone. It's to Williams over the middle. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First down, Detroit.
Running it with Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate. And that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Goff. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Goff. That one complete to St. Brown. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
First down,
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
In off to Gibbs from the gun. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Goff to the air now. Complete left side. It's to Slav. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. They send the tight end in motion. Goff now on 3rd down. Downfield is fine, St. Brown. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's first and goal. Gibbs is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. And he is all smiles down there. He's got his second rushing score this game, and they've got an even bigger lead in this second half.
Well, we know it because we call these games week to week, Kate. Almost every single one of them seems to be a one-possession nail-biter. To build this kind of cushion and to do it with the strength of his legs, yeah, they're worthy of those smiles down there.
Bates now for the point after.
Extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions continue piling on to this lead.
Bengals 10.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes first and 10. Browning from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They're set up at the 35 now. They go play fake with Browning. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. From the shotgun, here's Browning. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. To the air, Browning. Oh, he's in trouble here. He'll go down. The Lions got him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough third down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
And the Lions into a nickel set for third down. Here's Browning now. Looking slant route complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. So third and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down throw. Here's Browning. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So second down coming up.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Second and 10 now. Browning. He tucks it and takes off. And this one does not go far.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on third down. Back to throw, Browning. He's got Gesicki complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
There's just something fun about throwing that fade up and knowing that even if the guy is there to defend it, you can watch your big tight end go up and get it just like that.
From the red zone now. Taken in by Chase, left side. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Complete to number 1, Jamar Chase. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 8-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Throwing is Browning. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals start the second half with some needed points.
That score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals make it an 18-point game.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. And as this lead has grown, they have not taken their foot off the gas. No reason to expect them to slow down now on what could be a 4th consecutive touchdown drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, gone. Finds him over the middle. It's a small gain up to the 38. Tackle made by Demetrius Knight.
A 3-yard pickup. And And it's third down.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap here to Goff. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
2nd and 8. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 28. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
First down, Detroit.
I like crossing routes versus zone coverage. But man, do I love crossing routes versus man-to-man. So hard on those defenders to stick with those receivers all the way across the field. Even for the best athletes at that position, those throws are almost impossible to stop.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate. Right? When you make a stop like that on first down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got a man left. He takes this down to the 24-yard line. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
2 yards. And it's third down.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Now gone. It's on target to Williams. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
1st and goal at the 1 yard line.
Gibbs does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Gibbs again. And he's backed up again as they stop him for another loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Third and goal now from the 6 after that last play. They'll run in with Montgomery. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And they're going to hold him to 5 yards, a little short of that marker. We'll see if they want to go for this on 4th down.
Well, these are the moments that I just live for up in the booth, man. What are you going to do as a play caller? You're going to go for it now? You're going to try to slam it in? Well, if so, you better get a whole lot more movement than he did right there.
Leading the offense out there, it's 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go for it. Goff. He will not escape the rush on 4th and goal. That's a sack. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home. And boy, did they ever in a big moment.
Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Brown to start the drive.
On these first and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
At the 6-yard line.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Throwing on third down, Browning. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. And he gets it away from his end zone. Has it at the 37. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. From the gun, Goff. Short pass brought in. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. The Lions have fought their way to a strong lead in this one, and they've got the football too. Ball at the 33 for first down. Up the gun they go again. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
He's taken down.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play. Because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Another one for Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
He's brought down.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
And it's third down.
Goff back to throw. That one complete to St. Brown. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A gain of 15. First down, Lions.
They'll toss pass it to Gibbs. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. A give to Gibbs. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
A loss of 3.
Situational football. Looking at first and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Looking to throw. Goff. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down. Oh, another target there for one of the busiest members of this offense. But this one nearly ended in disaster.
Yeah, kind of become a victim of his own success, right? They're keying on him extensively now, knowing that ball could be headed his way, and that time it should have been a takeaway.
Screen here for Gibbs. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. When I sit and judge defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, this is P. Ryan. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Cincinnati into formation. It's first and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
Play fake. Browning connects with fans. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, his big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
And the Lions sinking pass here. Dime package, third down coming up. Putting the tight end in motion. Here he is on third and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at fourth and long.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Put some power on a deep one left. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. It's Gibbs on the carry. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
Shamar Stewart on the tackle. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Gone. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this. 4th down, Goff throwing. This interception is also dropped, but they're still going to take possession as the incomplete pass forces a turnover on downs here. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They go play fake with Browning. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. From the gun, a gift to Brown. And this won't get him any extra breathing room. He's brought down back at his own 7-yard line.
Kid, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, like that entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, man, you appreciate great safety play like that.
3rd long from here. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Punt team on the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets it away from his end zone. Juke the defender. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. A tight end in motion now. Running on second with Montgomery. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up third down.
Montgomery, the ball carrier. Geno Stone on the stop. A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
They'll run again with Montgomery. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. They actually might have lost a yard. So that's going to bring up 4th down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Browning from the gun. He finds Brown right side. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
First down throw. Here's Browning. Launches one deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Browning. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football. And once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They put a receiver in motion here left. Shotgun now on 3rd down. It's caught. Chase has it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Bengals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Browning now. To the left side, caught by Higgins. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Okay, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week. And I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from him a chance to make a play.
On 2nd, it's Brown. Takes out a one-stop, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They'll run again with Brown. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To the air, Browning gets into him on the screen. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, so often we hear of a pass and catch downfield taking timing and anticipation. Well, the screen is actually something that takes a lot of practice reps. There are so many moving parts, from the lineman to the running back to the timing with the quarterback. That's well done.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Finds Chase on the slant. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's another Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Looks like the Lions going with a dime set here. 3rd down. Now it's Browning. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Going the other way. Lions have it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Rod lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Tight end going in motion here. Goff on 3rd. Short pass brought in. Jukes one defender. And some excellent work to drive him all the way up past the 30-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Lions 1st down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And that carry only gets one on the plunge up the gut.
Geno Stone on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. So the Lions get the win on the road. I know you and I were both a bit surprised to see them favored so heavily on the road coming into this one, but the projections were right. A nice road win for them.
Yeah, sometimes those people making those predictions, sometimes they do get it right. And these guys were just on a totally different level than the opposition. They overcame that home field advantage pretty easily to be able to take the game that they were indeed favored in.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Cincinnati.